Hey, what's going on? Eric Zurich here, covering more of your Goofs. And season's greetings to everybody out there, because the next 3 weeks are actually going to be holiday-related episodes. Those we're going over. The first of 3 right now, Thomas's Christmas Party. Both titles in the US and the UK, and Australia maybe, who knows. Alright.
It's Christmas on the island of Sodor. All the engines were working hard. Thomas and Toby were...
Yeah, what you weren't working hard at is Clarabelle facing the right way. She's literally forward. I don't know why.
carrying people and parcels up and down the branch line. Everyone was happy. Only the coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were complaining.
I think that looks like an alternate faceplate from Annie. I don't remember Clarabelle getting that. I'll consider it a goof. Unless you guys can counter goof it in the comments. I really don't know.
It's always the same before Christmas, they groaned. We feel so full, we feel so full. Oh, come on, said Thomas. Where's your festive spirit? Christmas Day is almost here. By the side of the track was a lonely little cottage with a familiar figure waving to them.
Dude, she's in front of her house and that's not even in the background?
It's Mrs. Kindly, whistled Thomas. Peep, peep, happy Christmas. Thomas always felt better for seeing her. Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Mrs. Kindly. When work was over, Thomas went to see the other engines. All their coats had been polished. Ha, said Gordon, just look at us. Your driver will have to work fast to get you as smart as us.
Yeah, we got at least 6 goofs here. Gordon is not even centered. His eyes are wonky. His buffers are actually crooked. Middle lamppost is bent. Henry's eyes are wonky. And Edward is not even looking at Thomas. He's looking down at something else, thinking it's more important than Thomas's announcement. How could you, bro?
Never mind that, replied.
Camera shaking.
Thomas, I've something important to say. Do you realize it's a whole year since Mrs. Kindly saved us from a nasty accident? You remember when she was ill in bed and... Yes, of course, interrupted Edward. You told us how she waved her red dressing gown out of her window to warn you about a landslide ahead. And you and Toby gave her presents, Percy joined in. And the Fat Controller sent her to Bournemouth to get better. But, said Jake...
But if Toby sent her gifts, however, how come they didn't meet Toby until Toby and the Stout Gentleman? Alright.
And Henry together. The rest of us have never thanked her properly.
Oh, Henry's wheel splashers are missing, by the way.
Exactly, said Thomas.
Wow, they had one job to fix that camera.
I think we should all give her a special Christmas party. Everyone was getting very excited, and the drivers felt sure that the Fat Controller would agree, as indeed he did. The engines were all busy making plans when silence fell. The Fat Controller...
Ah ha ha! There's no shed buying Gordon.
had bad news. The weather's changed badly. Mrs. Kindly is snowed up.
You should look worried. Why are you smiling?
Says he'll help to rescue her. You must help too, Thomas. There's no party unless you do. Thomas.
Yeah, and there shouldn't really be any sticky tack when fitting a snowplow. I mean, really, guys?
Hated snow, but he said bravely, I'll try, sir. We must rescue her. We must. There's a good engine. You and Toby will manage.
Oh, wait. I think Sir Topham Hatt also has sticky tack because there's something else he's standing on, and it's not that barrel. I think Sir Topham Hatt has sticky tack, but it looks darker because of the shadow.
Thomas charged the snowdrifts fiercely. Sometimes he swept them aside, sometimes they stuck fast, and the men had
Remember,
to
Toby is a
loosen
brake fan. This is archive footage from Terrence the Tractor. Toby's missing his brake van.
But at the cutting near the cottage, they could go no further. Look at that, exclaimed Thomas's fireman. Peep, 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 here we are, whistled Thomas. An answering wave came from an upstairs window. Then they heard a familiar sound. That's Terence, said Thomas. He's come to help too. Sure enough, Terence had a snowplow and was working hard to clear a path to the railway line in safety. At long last, the rescue was complete. Percy took the tired workmen home. Terence said goodbye to Mrs. Kindly and promised to take care of her cottage as he watched them all set off. The engines made good time. No more snow had fallen, but the yard was dark. Thomas's heart sank.
You think we wouldn't notice the pile of Legos? I was over there, though. Very sus. I think the headquarters in Denmark might sue for that.
Suddenly, all the lights went on. What?
And Henry's in his old shape.
Marvelous sight awaited Mrs. Kindly. Well done, said the fat
And nice sticky tack there, fat controller.
Oh, I'm really proud of you all. Mrs. Kindly especially thanked the smaller engines. Thomas and Toby are all friends, she said. And now, Percy, you are my friend too. Percy was very pleased.
Yeah, guess who isn't? Us! Gordon's missing his tender.
3 cheers for Mrs. Kindly, he called. Peep, peep, peep. They all whistled.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The gang, hail, hail, the gang's all here. And now Mrs. Kindly standing on the Legos. On sticky tack and Legos. Yeah, that was Mrs. Kindly on sticky tack, clearly, yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking for more Goofs. Sorry for the delay, if anyone's curious.
Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends thought it was the best Christmas ever. And Mrs. Kindly could think of nowhere she would rather live than here with them on the island of Sodor.
And that is the end of the story. If I missed anything, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed it. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And turn on all post notifications so you won't miss a single upload. This has been Eric Zubik signing off for now. Next stop in the holiday joint coming next week. See you guys then. All aboard!